I had a very difficult day yesterday. I really wanted to vlog about it and talk it through, but part of the difficulty was just my energy. So I woke up yesterday morning at about 6 something, and not only did I feel really tired, but I felt I could feel how much it impacted my mind. It almost felt, not that I've ever done this, but almost felt like I haven't slept for a week. So my mind was, in some strange ways, mind was extremely weak, a lot weaker than it usually is. And so all of my general symptoms that I get mentally were just exacerbated by the difficult sleep. And I didn't go to bed too late, but just waking up early or not getting sort of adequate sleep for what I needed, it maybe there are some other factors in play, but for the whole day I felt just really mentally foggy and generally fatigued, and a lot more than usual. So yesterday was quite a challenging day. I did manage to read a little bit. I was determined to do a bit of reading. It's been a while since I've continued reading the book I've got from the library, so I wanted to sort of make some progress on that, and I thought, despite feeling really the way I was, I wanted to try and do something productive or something healthy. So there are 2 or 3 little sessions of reading, whether it's 5 minutes, or I think one of them I pushed myself to read for a good 10 minutes. And thankfully I got myself to bed early last night, so I could sense that when I woke up this morning, I could sense myself feeling a lot more rested. I'm still quite tired and still have those general symptoms I talked about with my mental health, but thankfully they weren't, nowhere near as severe as, maybe they're still in the background, but they weren't so debilitating as they were yesterday, it was really painful to go through. And today I can feel the tiredness, but there's a little bit of energy where I can exert myself a little bit, push myself, such as recording now. So I haven't managed to get out today, and I didn't really set an intention or expectation to. I was just, after yesterday, I thought I'd see how I feel this morning, and even though I feel better than yesterday, I just haven't managed to get going. So that's just how it's been. Recording this is a healthy, productive thing for me to do, and afterwards I may record a podcast as well. Kind of have the rough intention to release a podcast episode every Friday. I thought for just some continuity and a kind of a low intensity goal such as that would help, and maybe it would help the content as well, having some of all of the algorithms and the way software and platforms work, and it seems to be consistency seems to help reach an audience. So something I thought about with this as well, but it's I'm not sure how that would be, because I kind of want it to be this space to be used when I need it. So I think I don't want it to be too much of a pressure, and it feels like some consistency doesn't really fit in with this sort of medium where I'm just recording when and where I can, versus something like a podcast where it's something I can perhaps schedule and release on a certain date, where this is a lot more frequent, and so I don't think that would work. The only way it would work is if there were set days I wanted to like release a vlog, and I think that may not be good for my health to put myself under that pressure. And I guess in some ways I want this just to be when I want to share versus I have to share on certain days. Thankfully I managed to cook a meal a couple of days ago, so that will last me, that kind of cooking session will last me a few days. So it's nice to have some healthy dinners, even though it's the same meal, which can be a bit challenging appetite wise, but I think hopefully I'll be okay, and actually manage to freeze some of it as well, because usually when I make a big batch of something it's a challenge to try and finish it off, and often I don't. So I'm glad I froze a couple of portions of it, which hopefully will come in handy later. It's nice to hear the sound of the rain. But I was planning to head out to the park to upload this, but maybe I won't. It seems to be one of these unpredictable days with the weather, so maybe I'll upload this tomorrow. So it feels like another recovery day really from yesterday. Still feeling the effects of that, so I did have a thought to do a bit of writing, a bit of editing here at home, but I'll see how things go. I struggle to work on writing at home. I feel like it's too many distractions, like going on YouTube and cafes seem a bit easier to do, but I'll see how I go, because I'm towards the end of the project I'm on, so I'm wondering if that could spur me on to do like a focused 5 or 10 minutes on it. And of course in the ever-going saga of washing the dishes, I've got a pile of dishes there as well, which I think will make me feel better if I was able to wash those. And I need to like mop the floors as well. They seem to be gotten sort of messy really quickly. It seems like I didn't mop them too long ago, but it's not nice. Seem to be affected by that when it's not too clean. Seems to kind of weigh on me that each time I go into the kitchen there's the thought of this needs cleaning, and that can kind of take its toll. yeah, not sure when I'll be able to do that. Maybe tomorrow is most likely, if I have the energy for it today. Really feeling exhausted. So maybe this will just be a short entry. Yeah, I was going to meet up with a couple of people today, and yeah, I felt like I had to cancel. It just didn't really have the energy to be around sort of multiple people and the conversations going on, and I just felt like, yeah, I didn't feel good about cancelling, even though it was best for me to do that. It was, I think each time I cancel, it's like almost another ripple of me being unwell or that being communicated, and in some ways it's good in that people getting used to me cancelling plans or used to the challenges my health poses, so they understand. I think through action there can be understanding, so if there's sort of there's like many times where stuff's cancelled or I'm not able to go, then there's almost a bit of an understanding. Okay, yeah, he's cancelled before, and he struggles with his mental health, so that's can sometimes help. But the initial reaction of doing that just didn't feel too good, and thankfully as time goes by it gets a bit easier to kind of process or let it go. I did manage to see a friend a few days ago, although I think I was just tired and drained by social interaction generally. I think I found it really difficult for me, and again, it's a common theme I've talked about before, where I may just not be able to see people as much anymore. Was seeing this friend I wanted to, because it'd been a long while since I've seen them, and I didn't want to keep cancelling, but afterwards I just felt just the acts of talking or listening, it just took a lot out of me, and when I was there with them, I could sense right then I was just like, I'm really drained, and so I may be cautious to arrange, which is probably why I cancelled today. That makes me cautious to arrange or to accept invitations from people in the future, the near future especially, and that just I don't know, almost feels like whatever small sort of social connections I have, I can almost see them shrinking each time I say no, I can't come, or I'm not well enough to, and so I can almost see that disintegrating before my eyes, where naturally, people are not going to continue that process, or there can't be a connection maintained if only one person is trying to do that. It takes two. So I'm just worried that if that happens, I'll just be more accustomed to being alone, and I'll lose the healthiness of social interaction, even though it's really difficult. I don't want to completely cut off everybody, but it's a difficult one because I don't really feel like I have a choice in terms of my health. So each time, like seeing someone a couple of days ago, it just took a lot out of me. So so the main kind of priority today is for my sleep again, I think. It's kind of mid-afternoon now, coming towards late afternoon. So yeah, it's probably good to think about sleep already, just to get myself in that frame of mind to get to be in bed at a good time, and know how important it is, especially after yesterday. You know, so it kind of scared me a bit just how unwell I felt with a difficult sleep. So it's kind of motivated me to really try and take care of that aspect. And I wonder if intermittent fasting has impacted that as well, with how I felt yesterday, because I've not been, I've been incorporating that, and I wonder if that's taken a toll on my body, because I wonder if that's something I should stop or minimize for the time being, because I don't think my body's the strongest to do that, and I feel like you need some kind of healthy base to do how I feel, for me to do that sort of intermittent fasting. I feel, you need some sort of healthy base to do that. I've noticed before when I've missed a meal, not consciously, and I feel my body reacting to it, like some tremors in my hands and things like that. So so the main priority is sleep tonight, and after this I'll probably see about recording a podcast episode. And maybe I can just try and acknowledge, again, going back to the themes of connecting to things that I'm doing, activities, and not just dismissing them, or not, connecting with them. So perhaps, even though it doesn't seem like an accomplishment or a big deal, but maybe it's good to try and sort of uplift this, the activity of recording this entry, and trying to express how I'm feeling and what I'm doing, and maybe that's something maybe I can just hold space for that. Maybe instead of trying to mentally acknowledge, connect, maybe I can just sort of hold space for that, and that I managed to do this today.